Can you start vlogging after you're 40? Well, I'm doing it right now. Looks like I'm doing it anyway. But I want to talk a little bit about it and how you can manage your expectations the way that I'm managing mine. Now, I run some other YouTube channels that are successful, but I want to get into blogging or vlogging, whatever you want to call it, just because it seems like something that I would be very good at. And I feel like I have something to offer the world when it comes to all this stuff rattling around in my brain. So the biggest problem that I have with vlogging has always been the same thing, and it's been the same thing with every hobby that I've ever had or anything that I've ever really wanted to do, which is I overanalyze, overprepare, overthink, overwatch videos on the subject. I go down every rabbit hole. I leave no stone unturned in preparation, but then I never actually end up doing the thing. So here's a good example. I've been watching all kinds of videos about how to vlog in 2026, blah, 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 and I haven't really made a single vlog. I haven't. And I feel like a lot of people, especially in my age group, over 40, are experiencing the same thing. And you may be an over planner like me, or just somebody who really, really gets into a hobby and buys everything for the hobby before you start the hobby. That's me. Golf. I'll have the nicest golf clubs, haven't swung them once. I'll buy a car that I know nothing about just based on watching other people's videos, and I'm like, I want that cool car, or whatever it is. And in this instance, I've bought every camera you could possibly imagine. I mean, and every wireless microphone you could imagine, every light, gimbal, handheld thing right here, the stuff I'm using to make this video right now. I bought an iPhone 17 Pro Max just to make these videos. It serves no other purpose other than to make this video. But I also have an Osmo Pocket 3, and I also have the DJI Mic 2, and I have the DJI Mic 3, and I have the Rode Wireless Go 3, and also I have a Rode NT2 shotgun mic, and I have a Sony ZV-E10 camera, and blah, 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 blah. I have all this stuff, and I'm not doing anything with it. And I have a sneaking suspicion that probably the most successful thing that I do will be with this $20, $30 Gorilla Pod, whatever this thing is. It's like, I don't know. It's some little handheld thing that I'm holding right now, the iPhone, and just this little wireless, DJI Mic 3. I feel like after all this stuff that I bought, I'm just going to do some yapping while I hold this phone, and it's going to be the best thing that I've done. So I've watched plenty of videos about being successful in vlogging, and I don't even know what success looks like, but I've been very lucky in my professional life. So I do something called affiliate marketing. These videos are not going to be about that, but if you ever wonder, if you start watching these videos, why I get to do all this crazy stuff, or don't ever seem to be working or doing anything, it's because of that. It's because I front-loaded that into my earlier half of my life. And so now things are kind of chilling out a little bit. I got some flexibility with what I do, though I am still trying to grow the business. And I just like to spend my free time doing things that I enjoy rather than things that are miserable to me. And that was the philosophy that I adopted when I went through my very first divorce about 12 years ago. I made this promise to myself that I was going to change and be a different person and only do things that were good for me and my family. And I had to go through basically a personal hell to make that happen. But anyway, you'll learn all about that as I make more videos. I just wanted to make a kind of short intro video for me to sort of connect with everybody who might be out there in the same boat. Over 40, want to start making content. It doesn't have to be vlogging. You can make a YouTube channel about anything. But basically anybody in that sector over 40 wants to make YouTube videos. I'm doing it on a few channels, which I'm not even going to talk about here because it's completely unrelated. And probably wouldn't be helpful. It might be, but they're channels that I've had for a while. But anyway, yeah, that's my introduction. Hopefully you subscribe, hang out, and I'll be making lots more videos. Okay, that's it. That's enough for today.